Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. I am here to talk about the moon circles that I've been doing virtually on Zoom. It's been a wonderful community gathering together and sharing in ceremony and ritual to honor the cycles of the moon and the cycles within. So we follow the astrology. Currently, I'm making this video at the end of December here, the end of 2020. We just had our winter solstice. We're moving into the sun in Capricorn, but we just moved out of Capricorn with a lot of energies from Jupiter and Saturn. We just had that conjunction. We talk about all of these things in the moon circles, and normally we would do them every Wednesday night, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 beginning time if you're Eastern time. And we go on every other week so that we're following pretty much the full moon and the new moon. And because there are 13 moons and it's not exactly every other week, we fall behind, or we catch up and get ahead of the next new or full moon at some point in the cycle. Just so happens we're there now. We're exactly midpoint. I saw the moon last night. It was a half moon, quarter moon is what it's called, but it's half full, what we look at. And it will be full next Wednesday. So instead of having a moon circle tonight, we're gonna have one next Wednesday, and we'll do every other Wednesday from there. So that's December 30th at 6:30 Pacific, and then every other week from there. If you'd like to sign up for my newsletter, send me your email and I will add you to get notifications and information about the astrology that's happening, about heart-centered tips on how to feel more authentic and happy and peaceful, and we just go into all of that. I write about it in the newsletter and then we talk about it in the circle. And my co-host, Shelby Barslew-Jones, is in Vermont. So she's holding down the East Coast. I'm in Portland, Oregon, taking care to hold down the West Coast. And she calls in the 7 directions as the start and honoring the 7 directions, holding space for us at the end. And those 7 directions are so important because they also represent the cycles that we go through. We start honoring the east where the sun rises, and that is representing springtime and the element of air and the birds like the eagle and great spirit, messages from the seed planting time, the knowledge that we have that within us all the time. And then we move to the south where we honor the element of fire, the vitality of summer, the mouse and the coyote, and we talk about the elements of growing up through childhood into teenage years, and then we graduate to the west where we talk about the element of water and how the season of autumn is about getting into our wisdom of our adulthood, and then also the letting go, the reaping of the harvest, the knowing when to do something, when not to do something. And we honor all of these cycles when we talk about the moon, and we honor the directions. North is where our ancestors are, where the wisdom of death and rebirth, because we have time to rest in the winter time, which is what we're in now. And it's just a wonderful way to really feel that container around the whole group, no matter where we are. We have people from Canada who come into our moon circles. We have people from Texas and Michigan and Minnesota and Tennessee, all around California. It's so fun to see so many people interested in that internal cycle within, with honoring spirit and how we can be in different cycles within our lives. We are affected by the cycles of the moon and the sun and the planets. And I just really enjoy sharing that and holding space for people to come together and learn about it. And then one of my gifts and talents is that I can guide people through meditation and really help you connect to your spiritual energies within, to open up to the greater source energy above and Mother Earth, Pachamama below. we honor both of those directions in our ceremony as well. And then we honor ourselves as the seventh direction. We go within and say, thank you, beloved, beautiful heart, and all of our hearts shared together in a circle of connection and authenticity and honoring the vulnerability that it takes to show up and be seen. And it's been a great practice for me to show up every other week and host this circle through this really intense year, through the ups and downs, through the challenges, through the blessings, and where I continually come back to, and I was reminded today by a friend's post on Facebook, to celebrate life, to celebrate the cycles, to celebrate not just birth and acceptance and the wonderful times, but also to celebrate the letting go, the surrender, and the internal death that we all go through. You know, we don't want to deny the fact that death is a part of our life cycle and our beautiful circle and a part of being here. And we're in that season right now where things are quiet, they look dead. There might be parts of us that we're letting go of that are dying off. And hopefully there are things in our culture and our society that are dying off and that we're not going to have to perpetuate and continue as we move into the age of Aquarius, as Jupiter helps us expand, and how the planet of Saturn now in Aquarius helps us to hold a new mindset around what society and culture and structures might look like. So I want to leave you with one little tip here, because we're coming up to the full moon next week in our moon circle. We'll talk about it more, but we're coming up to the full moon in Cancer. And it can be a really big emotional time for people. And I want you to remember this week, as we're getting towards the full moon, to honor your emotions, to take baths, to play and enjoy and tap into that mother-child relationship within your own heart, and to really let the depth of your being be known. So using noble questions, asking yourself where you really stand right now, where you are mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and how you feel about that. And then if you need assistance or support, you can pre-order, and we're starting in February, the Soul Coaching 28-day program. It's such a wonderful way to ritualize your life, connect to your soul center, to listen and learn how to listen to your intuition and be guided, to listen to your body signals and how to know what's really right for you, what's working in your life and what's not, how you think about things, and noticing your belief systems and your thought patterns. We go through all of those things in the Soul Coaching program, so I invite you to join me there. If you do the group program when we start in February, you'll be a part of a community that continually goes through this 28-day program together regularly, at least twice a year, if not more so, and you don't ever have to, but you've got a community of people. There's a tribe out there that loves personal growth and self-knowledge and is focused on growing wisdom. And I love to cultivate that community within my own circle. So I invite you there. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to join my newsletter, contact me, let me know where I can support you. And I hope that you have a good end of the year and celebrate all that happened this year, even if it was difficult. But notice the good times, see the silver lining, and set some really positive intentions for how you're going to work on yourself, your perspective, your inner growth in 2021. Blessings. Namaste. Love to you all.